quite an episode, wasn't it? Hey guys, it's your girl Tyra Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Sistas on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much for that. This episode was something else, but the previews was even more. So let's just cover the episode and then we can talk about the previews. Okay, so we open up with Danny in the visiting room with Sabrina, and Sabrina whining, how? Every time they said, we're gonna get you out, how? It's gonna be okay. How do you know? We're gonna get you out, how? How? I'm like, okay, Sabrina, okay, we get it. You are very stressed. You have been in federal jail, and I'm certain they're not treating you nicely. How? So that was interesting. But of course, you know, that attorney, the DA, hates Andy's guts because she beat him in a divorce case, and he has to pay a lot more than he would have had to pay if Andy wasn't his ex-wife's attorney. So he's going to stick it to Sabrina as deeply as he can. And, you know, Sabrina doesn't need to know that, but we know that, right? So, and that's a man for you, you know. That's a man. He ain't going to do or admit to anything that he did wrong in the marriage. He's just going to blame everybody else but himself, yes. And that's what it's looking like, so then we're going to move on to Karen. Because Karen just had dinner with Aaron. Aaron made dinner for her after he went grocery shopping because she didn't have pasta. And she wanted to look through his phone. So he finally leaves. We see Danny and Andy come in, leaving from seeing Sabrina. So they sit and they have a conversation. Andy gets a phone call. The phone was actually Robin. And it was Robin saying that he was going to help Andy with Sabrina. And that was interesting. And she got off the phone with him really quick because she got a phone call. And of course, that phone call was Gary. And what did Gary want? To let her know that he missed her and he wanted to see her tonight. And what did she do? Tells him he can come see her. And what you're going to stop doing, Andy, is acting like you're only seeing Gary because you don't want to get sued. You know as well as I know that he don't got no case. He can't sue you for stuff he gave you. He cannot sue you for a gift. Everything is in your name. You didn't ask him for anything, nor did you promise him anything. But what you're doing is you're conflating stuff by seeing him, and then he might have a case against you. If you would have stuck to your guns and said no, you want to be with Gary. So just say that. Stop blaming the lawsuit because we already know that's not what it is. You know that's not what it is. We know gift laws. You cannot try to take a gift back because you didn't get something that you wasn't supposed to get in the first place. And that would have been a purchase anyway. I'm just saying. So, Andy's getting on my nerves. And so, of course, you know, Danny tells Karen about all of her and Gary's escapades. And when Andy comes in and realizes that Danny done spilled the beans, she spills the beans on Danny getting spat on. Trying to have a hot girl summer. She said, low down. She said, checkmate. They was checkmating each other all over the place. I said, they crazy. They are literally crazy. But Karen called them over because she wanted to ask them to go to the doctor with her. And, of course, you know, now she knows Sabrina's locked up. She said the same things that Danny said, of course, because Tyler doesn't like coming up with new lines, you know, so why not have them say the same stuff? Sabrina ain't there for jail. She's still in her. Do something. You got to get her out. Same thing I said. I could write these things, you know, and you wouldn't even know the difference because I know the algorithm. I'm just saying. Basically, when Andy got in the hot seat and Karen wanted to ask her, why are you with Gary? And, you know, Danny's like, because she don't want to get sued. He was going to sue her. It's BS. We all know it's BS. She wants to be with Gary. That's why she's with Gary. She just needs to stop lying to herself. And I don't like the way she's been treating Robin because you are a whole slut out here, Andy. Don't keep treating Robin like that. Robin is trying, and he has apologized. Why that isn't enough for you, I don't know, because he sure didn't crack your ribs. I'm just saying. Okay, so Gary was at the basketball court where we saw Hayden show up, you know. Of course, Zach was there. And of course, that meant that Aaron had to be there. So Aaron was trying to talk to Gary. Gary wanted nothing to do with him. And then here comes Hayden with his miniature self, you know, antagonizing Gary, letting him know that he's going to go to jail. I don't know why he figures this man's going to jail. Why would he be going to jail? You don't go to jail just for having children. Like, having children is not a reason to go to jail. And he's already paid $30,000 in back child support. So what are we doing? What are we seeing here? But, you know, he did good by not hitting him, because that's all Hayden really wanted, was for him to get sucker punched again so that he could press charges or whatever. So he didn't give him that satisfaction, which was a good thing. And then we saw Aaron and Zach having a conversation, and Zach was like, don't touch me. Quit talking to me. I don't like you. And he was like, why can't we just be cool? He's like, I don't want to be. Look, I like balance. I like being mad. So basically, Zach was like, and every time I see you, you nice to me. And it's making me like you just a little bit more. So could you please stop? I was like, yo. I just love Zach's character. I'm sorry. I love Zach's character so much that it's made me fall in love with Duvall. And I just love seeing him in different stuff. He is my favorite new actor. To me, he's finer than Michael B. Jordan. Yes, I said that, finer than Michael B. Jordan. And we are thrilled and blessed to see him on 2 different shows as a Zach Taylor. So, yeah. So, Fatima did tell Zach that his baby mother, Heather, was at the law firm talking to Hayden, and that's one of the main reasons why Zach wanted to knock him out, but didn't. So, you know, and I think with the Heather whole situation, like, Heather's a stripper, right? Why don't Fatima just come at him and tell her to go have a conversation with Heather and make Heather drop all the charges, like all of the case, the whole case? Wouldn't that solve it? Like, you bet not take your butt back to court. You bet not ask this man for no child support. He's going to take care of his child, but it's going to be within reason. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. So now I really need her to call Madam and have Madam go talk to Heather and put Heather in her place. But, you know, when Fatima was talking to Zach, I just knew she was going to say, as your fiance, I think you need to trust me and put everything in my name. Wouldn't that fix stuff? Like, he could sign the building over to her, his accounts over to her, and leave himself like, you know, $25,000, $30,000 in there, and sign everything else over to her or to a corporation. You put that money where it's not accessible to you, Zach, and then you don't have to put anything like that on your paperwork. You can say, what's in my account today? Today I have $15,000 in my checking and I have $10,000 in my savings. What are you going to do? Right? So that's the way I feel about it. I feel like that's what I thought she was going to do, but she didn't do that at all. She just told him she ain't going to get married right now. You know what, Fatima? Because they will come after your building and everything. That's why you need to call your cousin. And why you ain't called your cousin yet, I don't know. But you need to call your cousin. As soon as you seen Heather with Hayden, that's when you call your cousin. And you say, well, cuz, I don't know what you're going to have me doing, but I'm going to do the 2 or 3 jobs you need me to do so I can get out of debt with you. But I need you to handle this situation because you're trying to cover my baby's bag. But, you know, last season, didn't Heather show up to Zach's house drunk with the baby? Yeah, I believe she did. So she may actually die in somebody's car wreck and they wind up with the baby. Because they show is acting like that's his baby. I know they got DNA results, but I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't know. I still feel like that's his brother's baby, but maybe not. Maybe it's wishful thinking that I don't want him to have no kids and have his first kids with his wife. And he would, and we know that's not his baby because of her story. Like, if you want us to believe that that is his baby, Tyler, you should have never told us that him and Karen was together for 3 years and this baby's 3 years old. How was he talking about Karen to her when he didn't even know Karen at the time in which she got pregnant? Oh my God. And he was not that drunk to where I don't believe Zach would have said that he didn't know this girl if he really didn't know this girl. I really don't think that, you know, he would have done that. I think he would have kept it real and said, I don't remember getting her pregnant, but yeah, I messed with her back in the day. You know, but he's acting like he don't remember her at all. And she's acting like they met on several occasions. I don't know. So, again, we're going to have to wait and see how that comes out. Can't be anything good. But I do like that Karen is trying to move forward without, you know, latching on to Zach anymore. And we don't know how long that's going to last. Like we said, if that ain't his baby, if that's his baby, what you going to do, girl? Who knows? And I thought it was crazy that Aaron came back because I don't believe he was supposed to come back. But I think for the storyline's sake, he came back so that he could tell her not to go to the salon to save her salon. Now, let me just say this. I have left a curling iron on more times than I can count. Overnight, while I go to work, while, you know, for days. Certain curling irons, I just never turned them off. So if they try to make it like her whole salon burned down, if they try to make it like her whole salon burned down, I might have to find Tyler Perry myself and maul his head. Like, no, you didn't have that happen. No, we know better. We are women of color. We know what a curling iron can and cannot do. It's not like the curling iron shoots fire out. And heck, she turns them on and keeps them on for 8 hours. So what's the difference? Like, come on, man. But, you know, they're going to make that a whole bit to do. And I don't know why I thought Pam was standing there with the dude that that Danny had just rolled over. I was like, oh, please don't do nothing to Pam. Please, 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 please. But no, it was somebody different. So next week, we see Andy go home to Gary. But Gary got Robin in there. What is that about? And why was Robin looking the way he was looking? Was that not odd? I don't know what to make of that. But Gary seemed pretty confident about whatever transpired after, you know, I guess Robin left. That was just weird to me. And then we see Q is definitely going to get beat up with the golf club by Calvin. Calvin had enough, I guess, and he beat the dog crap out of Q. So I don't know what Q's going to do, or if Calvin's going to wind up locked up right with Maurice. Speaking of Maurice, we finally get to see his chub self for the second time this season, because we only saw him the first episode, right? Well, he's talking to the DA. The DA wants Maurice to testify against Sabrina. He said, or do you want to get these 30 years? First of all, I don't care how many years you about to get, Maurice. You better not say nothing against Sabrina to save yourself, because it's your fault she's in there. It's your fault that you even had Q in your house. It's your fault that you didn't listen to her when she said, stop running with that boy, stop being around him. Stop. And you can say, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. You did not have it. And now y'all both locked up. So you better not try to turn state's evidence or federal evidence. Because I will come and I will find you. Because we need somebody to do Sabrina's her stat. Because she don't like her like that. She needs to twist it. Okay, so next week is going to get really, really interesting, and I can't wait to see it. Okay, so again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. All right, and I did tell you all yesterday, or well, on my overview, that I am doing some giveaways next week for Christmas, because I caught off the contest because y'all just couldn't find a friend who had a friend who had a friend who had a friend that could have subscribed to my channel to get me to 1,000 subscribers. But that's okay, because you know what? I'm still in the spirit of giving. So I'm going to be giving some things away next week. I don't know, 2 or 3 prizes, a few cash apps. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it will be you, but I will be hand selecting people. I will be looking at comments. I will be looking at people who have been there for years, because that's definitely, it can't be years because I've only been doing this a couple of years, but not years, maybe from the beginning. And you know, I want to bless a few people, so hopefully they are receptive. Hopefully I can reach everybody I want to reach, and you know, I will make a video letting y'all know who won what and when. All right. So again, thank you for subscribing. And look, if you didn't subscribe, you ain't gotta subscribe, because you know what? You got to the end of this video, and that's more than I could ever even ask for. Okay. All right. That is my $5.02. Peace.